Hey crafters, let's go somewhere we haven't been in a while. Let's go back to Farland Isle for some adventure in the jungle. Today I have a cool one for you, man-eating plants. But we're going to expand on that by having plants that don't look, the same plant that doesn't look man-eating and all of a sudden it attacks. So that's kind of a cool concept that the players might move their character next to it and then all of a sudden it attacks. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how to do that.
Your adventurer may be going along in the jungle and suddenly become very hot and want to take a rest under a nice shady plant. This sounds good. But beware, because some plants may not be what they seem.
Alright, to start this project, I've got some toothpicks I've cut the end off on, and you may recognize those as pistachio shells. Those are going to be used in our project. And I'm going to use this hard modeling paste, which is kind of a splurge of mine, but I really like the stuff. Okay, so now I've got my pistachio shells. Nuts. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take the hard modeling paste, and I'm going to use a stiff brush and kind of fill that half shell in there. Okay, and then I can start poking those toothpick ends into the paste, and that'll hold them as well as give some nice texture of like the gums inside the pod. So yeah, there we go, nice. I'll finish that up. See the detail there. Okay, so I've got all the teeth in there, looking really good. I'll let that dry up. Okay, now I'm going to do two plants, and I've got two of them here, and I'll show you the little details there. Really nice, holds those, that paste holds those teeth in there nicely. Now I need to make the two halves go together, so I'm going to use some hot glue on the end there, and cock it open like it's, the mouth is, the maw is open, ready to swallow a poor adventurer. Let that harden up. And yeah, looking good. Pull the wisps off there. There we go. Now I'll do the other one. And you want to kind of do it like a different angle when you put it together so they don't look exactly the same. That's always kind of nice to get some variation in your models. So just put that hot glue on there between the two halves. Let that harden up. And wait for it. Yeah, looking good. Alright, cool. Now move on to the next step. Okay, I got my modeling paste again, and I'm going to use this to put a little bit extra reinforcement between the two shells. Also, it'll cover that the mark where they half there at the half shell there, and it'll look more like a solid gaping maw as opposed to like two shells. So there we go. Just kind of cover that up a bit. That'll also strengthen it. The stuff is really nice and strong. Alright, so just kind of paint that on, blend it in. Very nice, let those dry up. Okay, now I also want to do the plant that looks like it doesn't look dangerous, right? So I'm going to use the two pistachio halves and just glue them together. Okay. And so you don't see any teeth or anything, so it just looks kind of innocuous. Yeah, fool those players. Okay, so now I've got my goop and my washers, and I'm going to center the smaller washer over the bigger one. And the washer is 1.5 inches, and I'm just using a smaller washer on top. So I'm going to glue that on with glue. That'll secure that nicely. And this is going to give the weight I need so this plant won't tip over, right? Okay, so I've got those all glued and dry. It doesn't take very long. Now I'm going to cover these up, so I'm just going to glue them to the paper here. This is a technique you can do if you don't want them to slide around while you're working on them, or try to hold them when they're hot. So I'll just start filling that in with some hot glue. And I'm taking special care to cover up that edge where the two washers meet. Okay. And then you just rip them off the paper, pull some excess off if you need to. Easy to do. And now I'm going to rim the edge so it just doesn't look like a totally round edge. It's a little bit a different shape there. There we go. That's all done. Let that harden up. Okay, now the secret to this craft is this cheap plant I bought. I think I got this at the dollar store. I like it because it has these pods as well as the blooms of the flower. So I thought, oh, that'd be great. I could have the non-dangerous ones in the pods and the sharp teeth ones in the flower. So I'm going to cut those off. I got the pod there. And this one's just 2 flowers, so I'll cut those off. And I want to keep that little nub at the bottom because I'm going to put that in the washer base, right? And now I have these little plants I'm going to use for the base to camouflage where the flower meets the ground. So there's a hole there, but it's not quite big enough for the stub, so I'm going to poke it a little bit with the with my awl there, and then just push it through. And now I've got a nice little plant there. Cool. All right. Now, before I glue it to the base, I want to put the flower head on the maw of the plant. So I'm going to pull this little area in the center of the plant out first. I'm going to use some clippers and just clip it off. Okay. That's got a nice little divot there. And I can use my goop and put a big glob in the center there. And I'm just going to put my mouth in the center. I've spray painted it flat black. You could try to paint these before you put them on, but I just went ahead and just glued them on first, and then I was going to paint it. Hey crafters, I hope you liked the vid. Make sure to check out part 2. Also, make sure to give your Scotty a like if you did like the video. Also, join my forum and Facebook group, bunch of great people. I'm also a member of Patreon, so if you do enjoy these videos and you get something out of them, please consider giving back to DM Scotty so I can improve my equipment. And last but not least, you know what's coming. Yes, you know it. Go forth and craft!
Come to the jungle, they said. It'd be fun, they said.